3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, what's up guys? So I'm making a turtle shell, super simple. I'm just using the mask tool on a sphere and I'm just making the shell shape with the mask tool. Really easy. Here I am using the mask tool again so that I can make the bottom part of the shell, and then you have your basic dome. So really simple. I actually did it another way, but it wound up being way too complicated. So I just stretch it out, and then next all I have to do is create the lines on the shell. So this is how I sort of make the lines for the shell. I need to voxel remesh it so it's a little more defined. So I just make this is kind of how I learned to do a turtle shell. I've always loved the Ninja Turtles, so I do have a little bit of practice doing shells, but I think I need to actually do it a little bit better. But whatever, this shell came out pretty good, and I was really just trying to do one quickly. So I think I was pretty satisfied with that. So once I made the lines on the back, then I make these little sections on the side of the turtle shell. I actually need to look at a real turtle shell and like try to do one from real life. I also want to do some more Ninja Turtles. This is me just moving it around, and I don't know what I was doing actually. Just sometimes I do a lot of thinking. So I'm using the round edge brush, which you can check out my Nomad Sculpt cheat sheet in the description if you don't have that brush. It just kind of smooths everything out uniformly. And I like doing that because it kind of makes everything a little bit more organic. And then I'm choosing a turtle shell now. So I go with a nice turtle green. And then I'm going to use the crease tool. And I'm going to use a darker color so that I can make the grooves inside of the lines a little deeper. And I use the darker color. So I'm using the crease tool, but if you touch the little color sphere at the bottom, you can add a color. So if you add a darker color, it just gives the illusion of more depth. And I think I'm doing this on a new layer. And the advantage of doing it on a layer is you can change the color of the shell underneath. So if you want to make the shell lighter or darker, you can do that. Or if I want to lessen how bold these lines are, I can do that by just adjusting the opacity of the layer. So layers are really, they make everything really easy. I use them a lot because it just gives you a little bit more flexibility than doing something directly on each other where, you know, it's a bit hard to change things. So what am I doing here? I wasn't in the mood to talk when I was recording this. I can't remember why, but that's why I'm doing the voiceover. So we'll see how it goes. I wasn't sure if I was going to post it, but I figured why not. Here I'm using a little bit of a lighter color just to lighten up the middle of these plates, just to kind of give it a little bit of flavor. And then I'm going to take the crease tool and I'm actually going to do an outline, a softer outline I'm using a smoothie poo to kind of smooth out the color as well. But then on another layer, I'm going to do these outlines just a little bit darker, not as dark as the crease lines, but it's a little bit darker just to give the shell a little bit more kind of an organic texture. And I've always liked these lines. Everything that I do with turtle shells I think is based off of when I was young, like playing with Ninja Turtles and watching the Ninja Turtles live action films. Like there's just things that are just ingrained in my mind from those. Obviously I love regular turtles as well. I've always loved turtles growing up, but man, they really have a special place in my heart. That's why I keep going on about it. But I think turtle shells are really cool, and even after doing this, it really makes me want to do stylistic Ninja Turtles. You probably have seen the ones that I did. They're the kind of realistic ones. I want to do a really stylistic one. I think that would be really, really fun to do. So I think I need to maybe sketch that out so I can get on that. But I have a lot of other sculpts that I want to do as well. I also have a lot of sculpts from artists that I want to do. I think the next one I might do is not actually Godzilla, but just a Godzilla theme one. So here's the color and post process. So I like adjusting the lighting, seeing if I want to change the lighting, things like that. I always do that while post process is on, so you have an accurate idea of what the shell looks like. But I think that's about it. Hopefully that was useful. Let me know in the comments. Keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to go more in depth, then definitely check out my Skillshare classes where I am a top teacher. I have about 50 classes, both Procreate and Nomad Sculpt. I also have a few classes on Udemy, so if you want to learn more, or you just like my style, you like the way I teach, you want to support me, those are some other places that you can do it. Thanks again, keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video.